How's everyone doing? I hope you're psyched every day to trade because trading is so much fun. Last month, I hit my pretty big milestone in my trading journey, which was 10 straight green days. Now, from the start of those 10 days to the end of the 10 days, you can see that it started from zero and ended at around 1305. And so that's not nothing to brag about. $1,300 isn't all that much money, but considering that it's like money that came out of thin air, it's pretty amazing, and it shows that I am developing some consistency as a trader. So I thought I'd share my losers. I only had seven out of the 37 trades that I took, and so that's about an 81% win rate. So that's pretty dang good. This one, I'll only go over my losing trades, and I might do a follow up of the other 30 trades. And so, yeah, sit back, relax, and I'm gonna go over the trades right now. All right, so all of these trades were done through the NASDAQ, September 2021 contract period. My first losing red trade was on June 17. I have it pulled up right here. If we zoom in, you can see that the market was over the 200, pushed all the way up here, up to 14,189. It met resistance, and so then sellers pushed it all the way down. It broke the 200, and so my mindset shifted from I should only be buying to I should now think about shorting. But you can see how this is a big down move, and it starts to curl and move sideways. The RSI is even showing that there is buyers buying, and it's making higher lows on the RSI. And some people like to trade divergences, and so this is a clear divergence. You can see how on the RSI, the RSI is pointing up while the candles are pointing down. But I don't really look at that, I just make a mental note of it. But the thing that made me eager to go long here was this doji right here. It was the very last candle in this big sell-off. It's over 120 points, so that's a ton. I had wanted to get long after this doji candle, the break over it, but I missed it. I was just too slow. And so then this big green candle came out, and then I was thinking, man, I missed the most perfect entry, but I should just get in while I can. There's no way this green candle can be taken out, and so I got in like a little above halfway of this green candle just so I could participate at a decent price. But unlucky me, I got in here, and then I got stopped out pretty much at the very bottom of this green candle. And my stop loss is always 7 points. I'm not going to move it uh just because this is a very likely chance that it's going to be a big move. I'd rather keep my stop loss at the same um at the same amount that I'm willing to lose. And I did lose out. I should have been more patient and waited to for this red candle to finish and then get long above the break of this red candle. but I was impatient, and the next entry was exactly what I did. I got long above this red candle. You can see this blue arrow and this blue triangle. It shows that I got in right here, and then I got out right here. And unfortunately, I did leave a lot on the table, but that's okay because my idea was right. I just got in because of I was impatient, but then I overcame that and I got back in. So yeah, -1 because of impatience and breaking my rule. Okay, next trade is June 21. Okay, this is June 21. I took more than one trade this day. So this one happened 114 to 116. So it should be around here. Okay. So this is the area where I lost. The market had made an uptrend right here, and then it came down. And then when you see this irregularity, which is a clear up move, pullback, up move, and then this is a really large pullback that even broke below the previous higher low in this uptrend. And so after seeing this, in my head, I was thinking, now the buyers have to make a lower high. And so that is exactly what it did. But I got in prematurely here for the break below this green candle right here, because sometimes getting right under these dojis kind of scare me. So I'm willing to get below a sizable yet still small green candle. So it ticked me. I got in, and then unfortunately this red candle closed as a doji and not as a full size red candle. And so I knew that this trade was not going to work. Usually, if the candle that I got in at doesn't form into a sizable candle, the next one is usually going to be a continuation candle. So that's exactly what happened. This ended up being a higher low to this to these three green candles, and then I got stopped out right here. So the idea was correct because, as you'll see, then it pushes down. You can see that this is where I got in. This is where I ended up getting in. And so I got in early, and then I got in for the actual move down. So another wrong trade because I got in early or something, but the idea was right, I would say. Okay, June 23rd. Okay, this one happened around 9:43 to 9:47. 9:43 right here. Okay, so the market was above the 200. It had moved away enough that it met resistance and made a lower high, and so now the market was selling off, heading towards the 200, because price likes to do that. Once it moves away from it, it comes back. And I got in above this red candle that closed right around the 200 moving average, and so I anticipated, after seeing also that the RSI was, you see how it has this same level right here, 934, 937, 939, and 942. It kind of held this area, and so that was one thing that gave me confidence that I should go long. And so I went long here, the break above this red candle, and you can see I maybe got slippage or whatnot, but I got in here, and it moved all the way up. I was up maybe $120 because this is a distance of 6 points. But because I thought this was the move where I could just get in, sit back and relax because this is the start of a big long move back up. I didn't move my stop loss or anything. I just let my full stop loss um stay, and I got hit for the well, actually I got out with only 80 bucks. So actually never mind, scratch that. I did move my stop loss. I didn't take the full hit. I moved it to just below this green candle because if I was wrong, I wanted to be wrong to just one candle. So losing trade because I traded against a trend. It was still in the middle of downtrending. It didn't finally finish until down here. Okay, next trade is June 24. Okay, first losing trade on June 24, 11:53. Hopefully this is interesting to you guys and not boring. Um, Seeing someone else's trades. Um, I know I always find it interesting to um, see other people's thought process and how it led up to them getting in or getting out, like their thought process. So, um, hopefully you're finding interest in this video. Okay, so 11:53, leading up to where I got in, you can see the market's in a downtrend. I had gone long here, and luckily I wasn't greedy. I got out as soon as I could when I noticed that maybe I'm trading against the trend. So I got out here, and then I once again got in here. Another trade where I'm trading against the trend. I got long the break of this red candle. It pushed up. It failed to break the 200. So yeah, the next one was red, and I got stopped out for the full amount. Even more so because 155, my stop loss is set to losing 140. So that's unfortunate. So this trade was on me because I was trading against the trend. If I had just waited a little bit longer to the break above this red doji right here, then I could have caught a bigger move. And you can see I did. I got in for the break of this red candle right here, and I got a small move out of it. So sometimes you risk your winners because you want to recoup your losing trades. And that's exactly what happened here. I quickly wanted to get out so that I could recoup some of my loss. Okay, and my last ones are all on June 25th. So first losing trade on June 25th at 9:05. Okay, so the market was in a down move, and then it pushed all the way up. I anticipated that it would come down and that this was a lower high. And so I got in for the break of this green candle. It's pretty small, and so in my head I'm thinking, oh, this is the top, and the next one would be a big red candle bar. But unfortunately I got in too soon. The next one closed green and hit my stop loss, and then I got in below the break of this green candle, and that was a successful short. Next one is at 10:40. Okay, right here. 10:40. So what did I do? 10:40 to 10:43. 10:40 to 10:43. Okay, so right here I decided to go long because I saw these 3 week red candle bars, and they had massive bottoming tails. And so I wanted to get in above the break of this red candle, but when I see a small body like that, I usually want to go to the the previous candle that has a decent sized body. So I got in. Uh, I was green on the trade for a little bit, but then the next one stopped me out hard because this was the top of the move. It was the move was ending and I decided to get in. So I paid for it. And yeah, so that was a losing trade. And then the last one was at 10.55. 10.55. Okay, I think it's this one right here where I decided to short. So this trade might actually be the only really stupid trade because this one makes no sense. So yeah, this is the only trade out of the 7 that just don't make any sense because so the market came up and then it did a lower high, came down, and then it made a higher low red candle in this tiny uptrend, and then it moved up. And so I thought about going short here because I saw just this one green candle, and I thought that this green candle was going to be the only green candle. And so I was ready for the break below this green candle, and this I was in the money for it. You can see this really long tail. I was short, it went my way, and then it went all the way up, and then it stopped me out. And so I guess this trade wasn't really stupid, but I was wrong, and yeah, I would call that a stupid trade. So yeah, those were all the trades that I took. I hope you learned something from my mistakes, from my thought process, from my ability to realize that I am wrong. I was just early and I got in right after being wrong. So, yeah, thank you for watching this video. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more content. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.